For me, it's about the law and people. How am I supposed to quantify the value of these things when I don't have evidence?
I'm sorry.
And how people can resolve their problems and just be better for it.
Justice with passion.
I always knew I was going to go into law because I tried to see everybody's point of view in an argument. You say one thing, she says another. So who am I to believe?
Justice with truth.
Either you make the decision or I make the decision. You won't like mine.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. David Phillips is suing Robert Phillips in the amount of $450. Mr. Phillips claims his father tossed out a signed poster of his favorite film and says his dad should pay him for his emotional and financial loss.
Mr. Phillips, you are suing your father, Robert Phillips, for $450.
Yes.
Over a poster you said you left at your parents' house, correct?
Yes.
All right, tell me what happened.
It was a limited edition poster. It was original print, and it can only increase in value. When I returned home on an Easter, I found it gone.
Okay, give me a little background.
After he did not attend my graduation from film school, I was...
From college?
Yes, from film school.
You didn't attend your son's graduation?
For a good reason. His mother gets debilitating migraines, and we couldn't make the trip. It was very unfortunate.
Your Honor, that's not true.
How about you going?
I didn't want to leave her by herself.
David, give me a little more background and explain to me a little bit more of why you're suing your father for this poster.
Well, it was the first movie I saw that made me want to go into film, and it has a lot of sentimental value. It's an original print. It can only increase in value, and that is the reason I'm suing him.
All right. And how long had you moved out from home?
Well, I was attending college.
So 4 years?
Yes.
So you were gone
Well,
for 4
5 years, and then I moved to Atlanta.
Would you come home for vacation?
Yes. I actually brought the poster home during a winter break of my senior year.
Did you show it to your parents when you bought it?
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Okay, you just left it in your room?
Yes.
Did you maybe email, text them when you left after winter break and say, hey, by the way, the poster, wherever it is, can you just hold that for me or keep it safekeeping, make sure nothing happens to it?
No, but I don't know why you would throw someone's stuff away without asking them.
Okay, so then you graduated from college, your parents didn't attend your graduation, and then you moved away and started working?
Yes, I moved to Atlanta.
Okay, so before you moved to Atlanta, like my daughter graduated from college, and before she moved to her job, she came home and we went through her whole room, right? Did you do that?
No, because we were fighting after graduation.
Okay, so how would your parents know to keep that poster if you didn't tell them?
Well, they know my love for film. I mean, they should know my favorite movie.
If I may, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. Phillips.
This poster was in a rolled-up position on his desk. It had been there. I didn't know contents of the poster. I couldn't see the image. It just, it was a rubber band and a tube.
On top of his desk?
On top of his desk with...
For a year?
Over a year.
For over a year.
He brought this poster home, apparently on winter break, like he says. He went back to school. It's true. We got into a pretty major disagreement over graduation. But yes, he had a chance to come back before he moved.
What was the disagreement about?
It was over not attending his graduation. He took it rather personal.
I paid for my own school because he wouldn't pay for my school. He said he has the money, he saved money to pay for my school, but since I went to film school, he would not pay for it.
It's complete
So
BS.
why did you decide not to pay for college?
From what I understand, the arts doesn't pay. My son has always been a dreamer. He's always been fascinated in his movies.
So you don't think it's practical?
I don't think it's practical. I know it's not practical. I built our business from the ground up. It's a family business. It's very successful. And if he was working in this business, he wouldn't be crying over a small $450 poster.
I have a feeling it's more than $450.
It is worth more.
So then you believe that he's suing you for $450 Because why?
I believe he's suing me for bad feelings from the past. I think if it was really about $450, that he would have found a way to preserve and protect this asset.
How did the poster get thrown away? Explain to me what happened.
He went to go to work in Atlanta.
You came for Easter to try to...
Yes, my mother, not him, my mother invited me back to try to mend the family disagreements. And I came home to my room completely gutted, nothing in it, and I don't really care about any of my old clothes or any of that stuff, but this poster really means a lot to me, and it's an original print, and it can only increase in value.
So why were you mad that your parents gutted your room?
Because they didn't ask me.
It's my house, Your Honor.
Yeah,
I don't believe I have to ask my son if I want to redo my house.
it's true, and you no longer live there, so they do have a right. I mean, should they have told you they were going to do it? Probably.
He knew I would value that.
If I knew
I think he knew, and I
But
think
if
he
you
did on
really
purpose.
valued it, why did you leave it on top of your desk for over a year,
Because-
just rolled up in a rubber band? Why didn't you take it with you to Atlanta?
Because
Why leave it there?
Because I didn't want to take it to college. I didn't want it to be damaged. And
But you were now working. You have an apartment.
well, after graduation, I did not want to go back home.
Coming up on Justice for All.
You wanted him to do what you wanted to do. Part of being a parent is raising a good individual.
I want him to make smart choices, Your Honor.
But Mr. Phillips, if you're interrupting me, I can only see how maybe you raised your son.
And later,
Finished my shift at work and I got home around midnight, and when I got home, the apartment was trashed. I mean, there was soda on the floor and popcorn strewn everywhere.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of David Phillips, who is suing his father, Robert Phillips, for property loss.
It seems to me, based on his statement, that you've really just basically put him to the side, right? Having a migraine, yes, I understand, but unless she was in the hospital so ill that she could not go, you could have gone. He will never forget that his father basically put him to the side on the day of his college graduation. The joy that a student has when they graduate and when they see their parents standing there, it is like no other parental accomplishment. And I speak personally because I just did that. I just saw my daughter graduate from college. It is thrilling, and the look on her face was priceless. She knew we were there. My brother flew out. So by you not showing up, you basically gave the message, you don't matter to me. I think you're dumb for choosing art. You're never gonna make it. Here I am, I gave you business, and because you did not, or I wanted to give you a business because you didn't follow what I wanted you to do, you're worthless.
Well, I gave him options, Your Honor.
No. It sounds like if it was either your business or nothing.
Well, it was my
And your
business.
your son was resilient, wasn't he? He paid for his own way through college.
He did pay for his way through college. Yes,
That's
he did.
pretty darn admirable.
That's
very
good as
good business
admirable.
mind to do that.
You
How
would think.
did you do that?
I got consistent, good grades. I could have gotten into really good colleges. I went to in-state in North Carolina of the arts, and I found scholarships, and I got
Did I
out.
not tell you I would pay for your business school?
But he's not giving me
again,
options.
you wanted him to do what you wanted to do. Part of being a parent is raising a good individual.
I want him to make smart choices, Your Honor.
But Mr. Phillips, if you're interrupting me, I can only see how maybe you raised your son. I'm trying to express myself. If the only opinion that matters in the room is yours, then you've got a huge problem. And believe me, that's not a good thing. Listen, David, you're resilient, you're smart, do not lose confidence in yourself, and be very proud of what you've done, okay? Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that away from you. You have not asked your parents for anything. You have not asked your parents for money. You have not asked your parents for help. I understand you make a very good living. You have benefits. You rent an apartment. You're doing very well. In today's economy, that is a success story. But personally, that is a huge success story. right?
Yes, and
When
he
I'm-
still can't even admit that I made a successful.
But listen, what I am telling you, I know that it means the most to you that when it comes from your parents. I understand that. But sometimes we don't get everything that we want from our family. It's impossible. It's like trying to squeeze something out of something that's not going to give you juice, right? So you have to continue to make yourself proud. You have to continue to make yourself better. If your father comes around someday and your mother comes around someday, thank goodness that would happen, right? But for right now, you can't look back, you gotta look forward. I know it's painful. I can only imagine what you feel, but don't let that take away from you your future. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if we're looking at the case at hand, I think you're a very smart and responsible young man, and I think you probably should have told him this was a very valuable poster. Please do not destroy it. But I understand the animosity. Maybe you didn't do it, and they should have known. They should have at least asked, right? But at the end of the day, it is their house. So I cannot rule in favor of your claim today. I will deny that claim. But understand you lost $450 on a poster, but you gained more. Don't wait on them, okay? If you keep waiting, then you're gonna go backwards, all right? We hope that one day your father realizes how much you have done for yourself. Any parent would be proud. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Okay? So based on the evidence, I will deny the plaintiff's claim in the amount of $450, and good luck to you both.
Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I hope you're happy.
It's ridiculous. It's an original print. It's worth tons of money.
Coming up on Justice for All.
As I get to work, I text Trent, I say, please remember, do not allow anyone to touch the lightsaber.
And why did you have to tell him don't have anybody touch my stuff if that was the rule anyway?
I just like to be very protective.
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Eli Vaughn is suing Trent Jansen in the amount of $350. Mr. Vaughn claims his limited edition lightsaber was cracked and lost value after his roommate let a friend play with the collectible while he was at work.
Okay, Mr. Vaughn, you are a Star Wars fan, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I hear you have quite a collection.
One I've been building for years.
Tell me about that collection.
Well, I have built a collection. I display it in a display case in the corner of our apartment, of our shared apartment.
A display case.
Yes. In fact, I have a picture of it here.
So this is
for you.
serious then?
Very serious.
Okay.
Would you be able to pass that up? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is my display case.
Oh my goodness.
It truly is a great collection, if I say so myself.
Wow.
And the crowning jewel of the collection is my limited edition collector's replica of Luke Skywalker's lightsaber.
Oh my
signed.
God, and you even have it labeled.
Yes.
That is some collection. And I see that it's locked.
Yes. The lock, it isn't great. It's more of just like a slide in place.
Okay.
But I have made perfectly clear to Trent and to anyone who comes into our apartment that it is completely off limits.
Okay, so then what happened, Mr. Vaughn?
Well, my passion for Star Wars is one that we share, and every
Oh,
year...
you're also a Star Wars fan?
Yes, Your Honor. That's actually how we met.
Every year we do a May the 4th marathon of the Star Wars movies. You know, May the 4th, National Star Wars Day.
I got it.
But last minute, I got a call from my work saying that they needed me to come in. I work as a front desk attendant. As I get to work, I text Trent, I say, please remember, do not allow anyone to touch the lightsaber.
And why did you have to tell him don't have anybody touch my stuff if that was the rule anyway?
I just like to be very protective of
So
my
you just
belongings.
kind of like just reiterated.
Exactly, really
Okay.
driving the point home.
Okay, I got it.
Coming up,
And the part that made my heart drop was seeing somebody playing with my lightsaber that I need to specify is not a toy.
you're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Eli Vaughn, who is suing Trent Jansen for negligence.
So then what happened?
During my break at work, I was scrolling on social media when I saw a post from a mutual friend of ours, and someone at the apartment, it was a coworker of his, someone I've never met, and the part that made my heart drop was seeing somebody playing with my lightsaber that I need to specify is not a toy.
So what did you do right then and there?
So I texted Trent, and you can see in the text messages, I text him saying, why is somebody playing with the lightsaber? To which I got no response.
Your Honor, I was busy hosting a party.
You didn't see, how did they unlock the cabinet?
Look, there was maybe at this party 8, 9 extra people aside from myself. That cabinet, he says lock it. Really, you can slide it open without any hassle at all, so.
True?
That is true.
All right, what happened next, Mr. Vaughn?
So after I had texted Trent, I finished my shift at work and I got home around midnight. And when I got home, the apartment was trashed. I mean, there was soda on the floor and popcorn strewn everywhere. And most importantly, my Luke Skywalker lightsaber was on the coffee table. It was scuffed. It had a huge crack in the hilt.
It was not huge.
And when I asked Trent about it, he, offhandedly said, "Oh yeah, maybe someone might have dropped it near a spilled drink. Maybe."
Ooh.
Right? Exactly.
Ooh.
I was looking at Toy Fix. It's a local, or not a local company, but it's the company that I was told to go to when I purchased my lightsaber. If I ever had any cosmetic or functional needs to be replaced. And so I went to their website, I called them, I got a quote to repair the lightsaber.
And did you ask Trent for the $350?
When I got it appraised, yes, but before that, Trent had sent me a Venmo for $200.
Why did you Venmo him $200?
I showed goodwill. At the end of the day, it was an accident. Like, there was no malice, there was no negligence as he claims. It was just a pure accident. If something breaks at a bar, you don't sue the bartender.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez.
Did you accept the $200?
No, I immediately Venmo'd it back because I knew that that wouldn't cover the
All right, so
reconstruction.
that's not a problem. So based on the evidence, the court finds that Mr. Jansen was negligent and failed to act reasonably and care for the property that was your property in your house. It was under his control and it got damaged, and magically it's his fault. Not magically, it's his fault.
Thank you.
So based on the evidence, I will rule in favor of the plaintiff and award you $350. All right?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, gentlemen. Good luck to you both.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $350.
I feel great. This went exactly how I thought it would and how I thought it should.
All I'm gonna say is if I have a roommate suing me over $150, maybe I need to start finding a new roommate.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.